Welcome everybody to the Collectibles podcast. The Raiders beat the Bears and they're in position to make the wild card in the playoffs. This is Shaun, and I have a box of CGC books to unravel here tonight. They are moderns, so of course some variants because that's how things go. Not too big of hammers, but hey, I never saved a box for the internet before, so tonight you guys get the box. These are my friends. How you guys doing?
What's up, Keith? Freezing my ass off here. It was like 80 yesterday. Now it's like fucking 30. Snowing. Bullshit.
So it's probably not like that in Arizona, right, Bryan?
No, it's not. It's finally starting to cool down a little bit, though, man. It's. I only get sick like once a year, and it's on this season. We call it a season change, but it's not, right?
Yeah.
So
there's no such thing as fall anymore.
Monsoon.
Fucking global warming bullshit.
Yeah, and I keep on every once in a while I'll shoot a message to Shaun telling him I'm going out toad hunting, but it's literally been no monsoon up until about 2 weeks ago, so we haven't even been able to go do that out here in the valley.
Toad hunting.
Yeah,
hunting.
You licked the toad? You licked it?
Bufo alvarius, dude.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were talking like bullfrogs and shit, and I was like, wait, where the fuck are y'all doing that at?
No, real toads.
Yeah, the real ones.
No, I followed for a second. I was like, wait, where?
No, we're not out here with a gig yet.
All right. Yeah, well, it got cold. It was 73 earlier this afternoon, and got supposed to get down to 39 tonight. And I climbed up into a tree, sat up there, and froze my ass off for about 2 hours. And
what'd you see? What'd you get?
I was deer hunting, didn't see any tonight. But it was just one of those pretty nights. This is that time of year in Oklahoma when every sunset, it's purple, blue, and orange as it sets in the west. So it's just one of those ones that you kind of got to see it and be up there to truly understand it. Fucking beautiful night. So then I get to hang out with you fucks.
There's something about being like, a lot of people talk about hunting, their love for it and this and that. One of the things that I used to love about going out on hunting trips, I haven't done it forever, but when I was a kid, is just being out there kind of by yourself and having that time just to think and in the absolute quiet. How we don't get to feel that absolute quiet anywhere else.
No, you're absolutely right. Like it was at a point tonight where it was so quiet when you can hear your heartbeat. You can hear your blood. I had it at one point at night that was what it was. And it's interesting to view wildlife in their environment without you knowing they're there. It's just, whether it's ground squirrels, raccoons, possums, bobcats, deer, whatever, to know that you got into that position and were able to trick them to that point, there's something gratifying about it. And obviously if you take a trophy animal and that's great too. But nowadays what's cool about it in Oklahoma is we have that homeless veteran program where if we kill a deer, we can donate $25 and all the processors and butchers will take care of it and donate it to the local shelters with numbers and the whole 9 yards, where it's not one of those things where you're just, okay, you're donating meat and you have no idea, where you get a letter from the shelter, they got your process and the whole 9 yards. So
that's awesome, man.
Right, 100%. I mean, it's one of those deals where if I got a freezer full, my friends do. I mean, that's.
Oh yeah, us too. Well, we get our friends. We get I don't do it myself, but my friends have a place with this in Minnesota, and they generally get an extra tag, and we pay them for processing. They fill our freezer.
Yep.
And we literally eat it all year. So, and it's just great. We get like breakfast sausage, venison sticks, the steaks, every piece. It's just summer sausage. Everything's great. So, and that's kind of, the same thing with what's his name doing with this ranch out there, the Twisted Sister guy.
Snyder.
Yeah, killing all the pigs, but feeding everybody. You know what I mean?
No,
it's has it good. But I mean, this isn't, but I'm glad you're having a good time. I don't know if this is a hunting show record. I have a guy swinging asparagus on my hat. So
what is going on with that?
This is Stockton Ports.
Oh, it's Stockton, right?
Yeah. So they had the asparagus festival every year when I was a kid. So they'll actually use this hat because it's the port, aka the sailor, obviously, and so that's what's one of their mascot, and he's holding asparagus because minor league hats are fucking way cooler than major league hats. For sure.
Oh yeah, man! I used to collect minor league hats.
Yeah. Awesome, yeah, dude. I got the ports one, so we're different. Yeah.
Well, shit, Bryan, they're in the middle of Arizona Fall League. You ever go?
So I got some funny stories about Arizona Fall League. When Arizona Fall League first started, me and a couple of my best friends growing up who were big, we were all big into cards back then. We instantly knew, okay, we're going to go get autographs here. So the first year we went, we would just go to a game here and there, and I got a couple Piazza autographs. I'm trying to remember who else that year. I don't remember who else in the first year that I got that was big other than Piazza. And then the second year we were smart about it, and we went and got, at the time, which was called a fantasy pass or a family pass, where you could bring up to 5 people and go as many times as you want to any game. You could hit up 3 different games if you drove to, if they are different times. And so I went that year, and that's the first time where I figured out how to put photo slips into a, like a binder, and put like 9 cards on the binder, and then just hand the pen to them. They'd sign each one. And so that year I probably got 500 autographs. I got 40 Derek Jeter autographs. Jeez. I got, let's see here, like 40 Johnny Damon autographs. At the time, Charles Johnson was a huge prospect out of Florida. He was a catcher.
Yeah, catcher.
Yep. I remember Floyd. Yeah.
Was that 96, 97-ish?
Yeah. Yes. Yep. That's when I believe that's when it was, 96, 97. And at the time, Jeter wasn't big yet. So I hate telling this story because I just get so angry. Jeter wasn't huge yet. And so what we would do is we would go to all the shops, and we would go through all their like 92 Upper Deck minor league or classic, minor league stuff, and just get all these players. And some of the prospects had, regular cards, and that SP set was just starting to kind of get hot. And the Jeter wasn't the hot card in the set yet. So we would buy every Jeter in that SP set we could find for like $2-3. And I probably had 20 of those autographs. You know how many I have that I kept? 0.
Oh no, dude!
I had 20 of them, and I gave 2 of them away to buddies that were huge Yankees fans.
Well, that's fair, but like, when you got 22 giveaways, karma, But,
yeah, I kept 4 Jeter autos. I'll actually show them to you in a little bit. I'll go find them. But they're I got them all graded at PSA. They all came back, I think, like 8 and above. But my favorite all-time Jeter card at the time was his 94 Upper Deck. And it's like a foil background, and it's lateral. It's like landscape. And he's holding the bat. I think he's in a dugout. And it's just beautiful. And he has the most gorgeous signature for any player that I can think of. Let me see here. I actually think if I can share my screen, I'll show it to you. I have it on
yeah.
See here. Yeah. So anyways, I went to the Fall League heavy, man. And I quit going about 4 years ago, just because, you can't really do that stuff during the day here when you have a 9-to-5 type deal. So, but it's definitely a cool place to go get autographs. And it's an amazing place to go watch baseball, man, especially if you have young kids. It's crazy. You up close and personal with these guys. Majority of them are really cool.
And they're all like one step away from the majors too, man. A lot of stars came out of Fall League, so
yeah. And they're all getting some of the primest pussy on the fucking planet. Jack, that Scottsdale fucking asses are different. That's like there's like a 10 scale, and then there's that Scottsdale 0.5 that they fucking some of that.
Dude, they work out all year.
So that's the Jeter right there.
Oklahoma has some of the most beautiful women in the world. You go to, and I've been to LA. I've been to all these places. Scottsdale, different level. It's just
beautiful, man.
Oh, that is a beautiful signature.
Damn.
Yeah, so I got
nice, dude.
Fuck.
That's super nice.
Yeah, so I saved that one, and I saved a couple of his 94 Bowman. And
did you guys know that Derek Jeter's sexual fetish was getting his asshole licked?
I'm not surprised.
Where'd you
He's
read?
so squeaky clean. He's got to get that squeaky clean.
I don't think he's that squeaky clean, dude. I'm pretty sure he's the guy that had the to-go packages ready for them to be ushered out every morning.
His wife is
kind of like the ultimate player of all the history of baseball players.
His wife's top 3 in the world.
At least in the modern era. Wait, he finally got married?
Yeah, that Hannah Brown, or what's her name?
Oh, he was like fucking.
Remember the one that did the Hannah and the horse thing? Remember the that sounded bad. The one from the old Direct TV commercial where they're smoking hot chicken, this horse. Google Hannah Jeter and you'll figure it out real quick.
That's fine. I'll figure it out.
She's not hard on the eyes.
I'll figure it out off air.
Before we get into people's wives' rookie cards.
Sorry, Clay.
Like, do you think that, like, okay, what's that company? I haven't bought any of the toys that get like the encapsulated toys. You know what I mean? The AFA or whatever.
Yep, AFA.
They would AFA grade the guest packages that Derek Jeter used to give the women he kicked out in the morning. Like
that was classic.
Like, just, you know, should be like, I got an AFA 90, I got an 85. I think I might be off. Yeah, they all got signed balls and shit. It'd be great. You know what I mean? But that's good. And we went a little sports a little early. So we're only a day late, but you know, there's a few comic things going on. And there was MICC, so there were some variants. I know, like last week we talked about. Well, Trey brought up because I think it was during the podcast how Scott Snyder tweeted about what's his
Undiscovered Country.
Undiscovered Country, yeah. So that thing had had that, and then the ash can. Have we looked up the ash can? Because I have not. That was the one to get the day of.
Right. But now that the foil came out and the black and white came out of New York Comic Con, I wonder if that's going to impact the ash can.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we should look that up now that I was thinking about it. But
the foil is going for about 80. I think the black and white is going for about 60.
Yeah, that's not bad. And also the reason is because let's be honest, like it's a popular show. There's a lot of people there, a lot of people able to get copies, a lot of people to post them immediately as rare, which I guess, you know, which they are, is an exclusive.
Let's just state this. I've been to big West Coast comic book shows with you, and I've been to New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con is a fucking steaming pile of shit.
Oh, fuck you, dude. New York's great, man. New York's great. I disagree.
It's okay. You got guys fucking yelling, cussing. You got Art Germ being racist. NYCC was absolutely. Remember, he was one. He wouldn't sign my shit because I was white. I've told this story before.
Dude, I've seen him sign plenty of white people's shit, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he did. Didn't he do a drawing
best for Stein.
For Ben S.
Exactly.
Hey, so Undiscovered Country is at 80, 90. There was an auction, but which ended at 56. The other two sold in the last 2 days at 80 and 90.
Ashcan?
Yeah.
That's good.
Let's see. Yeah, so that's not bad. So that's about triple what they were on when we talked about it last week. And let's go buy it now. The cheapest listed is 79 with free shipping.
You would listen to
there's like 5 auctions up, but yeah, auctions don't count. But
I said if you'd been listening live to the podcast last week, you'd have made some money.
Yep, this is true. Or yeah. But I don't know. I didn't read it, so I don't really have an opinion.
I haven't read it either. I just, like I said, Scott Snyder doesn't usually. He promotes his stuff, but he hasn't really. He's not like Donnie Cates and other people that just straight pump and dump. So when he mentioned Undiscovered Country had some exciting news, I mean, you can. And
I saw one headline that says, "Is this the next Walking Dead?" And I was like, "Whoa, what?"
Oh God, dude! But don't you remember 5 years, like not even 5 years ago, when it was literally every image title was like they're just like eBay, the next Walking Dead ? People are still using that.
This guy.
No, I saw it in an article. Someone wrote an article about it.
Walking Dead is the last Walking Dead.
Well, yeah.
Keith was trying to get me on Saga. This guy right here.
This Saga's dope, dude.
I like Saga a lot, dude.
I like Saga. I didn't keep up with all 50, but I enjoyed it. It's good.
F-Shoe 3, and there's a guy with a TV head fucking another guy with a TV head. And I'm like,
Fuck yeah, the Prince robot, baby.
my brain is not capable.
That's kind of okay. TV head fucking is.
Dude, he's a
thing, you know?
fucking alien guy. What do you care?
It was just like I said. It was a weird Romeo and Juliet take. It was one of those ones I felt that was trying so hard to be different that it lost.
Yeah.
Me.
I guess.
But I understand how people liked it, though. I mean,
Are they on a break right now?
Yeah, they're on like a break,
Yeah,
and people
since last
are
year.
worried they won't come back. It's like
I
such a
think they will.
difficult thing.
Well, no,
It would suck if they don't, but like when you give up and you know that fire.
what's that image book that little our PF Chang little fucking hipster dude, the one that remember it was an image and it
Monstrous?
No, it was it had like it looked like it did 5 issues and then it was like 7-year gap and then the 6th one came out.
Oh, Ready Player? No.
It was
Sex
almost
Criminals?
No, it was like a Fraggle Rock looking characters.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's Image for sure.
Yeah,
it's gonna take me a minute, but I'm positive it's an Image.
It looked like Fraggle.
It still sells. The first print of #1 still sells. Oh god, it's an Image indie. So like it took like 3 years until like I think #6 came out, and then #7 came out, and then so. That's
Ogre. No.
Ogre Stain.
No.
Ogre Stain.
No, Orc Stain.
Orc Stain.
Orc Stain. That's exactly what it was.
And a #7 came out. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Like,
I have it.
way later. I have it too. I bought 1 through 6, and then I fucking saw #7. I was like, what the fuck?
I didn't even get 1 through 6. I just saw Orc Stain come up. Like I saw 7 on the rack, and I don't fucking know. I'm just buying it. Like I have to take this home today because I can't find any of the Orc Stains. I didn't even like it. It came out without a lot of fanfare, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
I could be wrong about that, but like I just remember sort of like, holy shit, here it is, and just grabbed it. I'm like, no one knew it came out. It's gonna be valuable. People really liked it, but like, our little buddy, he loved the story though. So you know, he's totally into that stuff. He got me into like Brandon Graham and King City and all that. And I love King City. I thought that shit was amazing. But I mean, weird as fuck. It's not for everybody, but
I love that weird shit sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. That's.
Did you guys anybody read anything this week?
No, not yet.
I did not.
I read Superman 16, which is one of the better Damian Wayne comic books that's ever been written so far. It was the first issue, the reunion of the Super Sons since John Kent came back from the future and had aged into puberty. The issue was really, really good. It was good, and at the same time, I think Bendis is setting them up to be more than friends. I'm not shitting you guys. So I don't know what the fuck to think about it. And then with all this stuff about the DC 5G where they're going to wipe away and just go away with Superman and make all these young superheroes, it's literally like Marvel paid Bendis to be a fucking Trojan horse, and he's coming over here and destroying everything.
I can't stand Bendis.
No one's going to buy fucking Lucas Fox's Batman as your fucking social justice experiment. It's just fucking.
I don't know if it's the social justice experiment. It's the Lucas Fox kid, man. Why is that?
When was the last time you been in a comic book?
Dude. Well, the thing is, I just look. I like that they're like trying to break stuff up. They sort of had a plan. It's rather than fucking restarting every 12 issues. Like fucking Marvel, and you don't even know keep up with your favorite characters on what fucking thing. At least DC tries to be comic book and tries to stick to continuity to a degree, and they have a plan. I mean, it might not make everybody happy, but I mean, to me, it's better than 50 fucking variants for a restart, just throwing characters together for no fucking reason. Even though I like the characters, you know, I don't know. That's my opinion. I mean, you finished telling yours. That's just how I fucking feel.
What issue was that, Trey?
With what?
That Superman issue? What issue was it?
16 came out this week. And Justice League Odyssey 14 was really, really good. It had the return of Bryan back into the Rebirth universe. So, and Jessica Cruz is powered up. So, I have not read House of X 6 and 5 yet. That's on the old agenda. But
I'm loving that stuff. That's the only thing I'm reading right now, like every month.
Last thing I'm saying about the there is some hints about the identity of Leviathan, and it's some weird foreshadowing going on in that book. So who knows?
Yeah. And Leviathan. Okay. Well,
Like I said, you gotta read it. It's
okay. So I'm over here swinging asparagus. Don't worry. Well, you don't think 5G or whatever the fuck it's called is going to be able to? I mean, you don't think there's at least part of a plan? I know they're never going to try to get rid of all the characters, but like giving a break to the comic people. I mean, it's weird because it's like it's like Marvel knows what they're doing with their. This is not something outrageous. Like I'm the first guy to say this shit, but with Marvel with their movies planned out and trying to throw the characters in the comics and stuff like that, and like the comics, a lot of them not making a lot of sense or just throwing people out, just throwing things out there just to get them going. And then DC just always seems like they have a plan, but a lot of times it seems like they delay comics. Like, oh my God, like I can't tell you, I'm still pissed after they took like 6 months to drop Forever Evil. You know what I mean? Number 7 or whatever it was.
And that Doomsday Clock, that's a joke, dude.
Here's the problem though: is Doomsday Clock is one of the fucking greatest comic book people that might have ever been written. Like, all joking aside, what John's doing with this is unreal.
Well, how are you going to keep anybody interested when one issue comes out every 5 months?
Well, the problem is, if you've been paying close attention to the politics going on in DC, they basically fucking ushered Geoff Johns out. He's no longer. So he and his vision that he had for the Rebirth universe is kind of in flux. If you read what people are saying, like a lot of the things that he was wanting to do in Doomsday Clock, Bendis and Snyder and other people are waiting, and they have other stuff planned. So it's just convoluted and it's shit right now, unfortunately. But Doomsday, depending on what happens in 12, the one that's going to be, and if you read Year of the Villain, 4 different story arcs end on December 26th for DC.
Mm-hmm.
There was a big article about it, and I just don't understand it. Especially Batman. This Superman run, especially the Thomasy part up until Bendis took over. This is the best Superman's been written in 30 years, in my opinion. Why change it? People like Jonathan Kent, but his first appearance is still a $100 book. People aren't buying shit just because of Jonathan Kent.
Well, I mean, there's that makes a. I mean, you're making
and here's the other point.
The thing is, this isn't supposed to start until next summer, so they are transitioning. I mean, it's not like it's a Christmas.
That's true, but here's the other thing. At the same point in time, they literally just took Tom King off his 100-issue run before 100 issues because of how badly Batman sales are doing. That 6-issue Dream arc he did, other comic book writers are making fun of it in comic books. The Catwoman, the whole experiment, the Gotham Girl. There's so many flaws, the button stuff. That's why they took him off. I mean, there is a reason they took him off and put Gleason on. And so we basically had a year and a half of a shitty Batman comic book. And now we're going to go straight in to where Batman retires. And then a character that has nothing to do with the Bat family in some of these mega events that's been going on over the last 2 years just happens to get picked to replace Bruce Wayne. I get it, but it's stupid because it's absolutely pandering, and it's just Bendis trying to fucking do the right thing when there's nothing to do the right thing about. Let Lucas Fox be fucking Batwing, the guy he was invented to play, and give him a crucial role.
I just don't understand how.
Or Duke. Why not?
Yeah, where's Duke? What happened to that dude?
It's Bendis coming in and having to reinvent the fucking wheel, and it just makes zero sense. Like I said,
how many? That's what some other people brought up is like, how much do they have to age characters and not age characters? Like, because they're doing well with, you know what I mean? Like, so, and I'm not completely versed on this. I'm not completely the expert. Like, but they want to keep Duke in the universe. Like, you know what I mean? Aging has always been an issue. So there has to be some sort of like possible time leap or something like that. And then some people age and then some people don't, You know what I mean? Like, Batman's not going to be 90.
You know what?
But Damian, if they like him how he is and like him with the Titans, and he's not going to jump, like, I don't know.
Well, there's an interesting part where he basically begs Jonathan Kent in 16 to be a part of the Legion of Superheroes. He says, he goes, honestly, if you'll let me go, he goes, I won't even say goodbye to anyone. And it was interesting. So I don't know what's going to happen. It just sucks because I know something that it's kind of like that TV show that you really enjoy watching and it gets good ratings. And then you find it's kind of like Ballers. I found out Ballers, the series finale is over Sunday. It's one of those shows that I enjoyed watching 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's not my favorite show, but I liked watching it. It's kind of like one of these comics is you enjoy something, you get used to it, and then somebody changes it for no fucking reason. There's no reason to change it. The Young Justice is doing really well right now. Everyone's talking about this new Green Lantern and the girl that found the mechanical arm and all this other shit. Why do we need to, with Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman 84 coming out next summer, why in the fuck would DC take away her title and give it to a younger version of her and keep those heroes dormant? Look at Marvel. Even when Marvel hated the X-Men and Deadpool and shit like that, they brought them back and gave them a little bit of a spotlight. And for their big stuff, Thor, all that stuff, they brought them all back to the forefront. DC's doing the exact opposite. Makes zero sense.
Yeah, I can't argue that you're wrong by any point. I just think that they're just trying to be sort of forward thinking into bringing in a different era. And they're trying, I don't know, they're trying to do it with sort of relatable, like newer characters. Because for whatever reason, they haven't been super successful in creating any new real superheroes. I mean, Harley, obviously, but I mean, it still took almost 30 years. I mean, do we have, I mean, honestly, besides, I mean, I'm sure I'm missing people, but like besides Harley, who are the new DC stars in the last 30 years? Like new. Who?
Damian Wayne, John Kent.
Okay, Damian, John. Okay, John's super new, and Damian.
I mean, I can say
Damian is well known to any DC reader, but not. He's not a household name. I mean,
not really, because he's Batman's sidekick, so it's not like he's this
9 of those animated movies.
Signal, or like even the ones they're putting in the movie, dude. Like, you know what I mean? The Birds of Prey.
I joke. Beast Boy, the Teen Titans on Cartoon Network is one of the highest rated television shows. So those characters with Starfire, and look at the ratings that the Titans on the DC Universe is getting. Those characters are almost, they have that same following that the 90s X-Men did, because that's what the kids, I mean, that's what we were put in front of our face. That was the Jim Lee stuff. We've talked about it before. Those kids watch those cartoons. Dick Grayson is Robin, Cyborg. They're invested in those characters. And I think that DC, they fucked up with Cyborg.
Yeah, they fucked up Cyborg for sure. My non-comic friends are like, wait, that movie's not on? And I'm like, no.
Cyborg's one of those ones that just, the right writer hadn't got Cyborg, because I think he has a lot of depth and could be really cool. But for whatever reason, that character just doesn't stick and just doesn't sell very many comic books. He's liked, but he can't lead. I mean,
yeah, it's true. But I mean, it's Cyborg. Like, think about it. You know what I mean? That's like the same as like, people respect Martian Manhunter's intelligence, but they don't. But it's, I mean, they don't know what the fuck to do with Martian Manhunter either. They're like, you respect him. He's old school. He's fucking awesome. Martian
Manhunter's got a Borat costume on. But the guy's got a guy with a fucking pocket of matches can beat Martian Manhunter. How powerful is it? Seriously.
Yeah.
Give me a paper towel and a match, and I can kick the shit out of the Martian Manhunter.
What did you guys think about the Doom Patrol version of Cyborg?
That show was good. Like I said, the DC live action.
I haven't seen it either.
Dude, DC Universe is killing it for live action.
All right, I'm gonna have to fucking do this. Like, I don't know why I've been holding out. Honestly, I know I've been holding out because I'm not actually holding out. I'm just busy and consumed and life and such is why. But like, I've had enough from my comic friends and my non-comic friends that are like subscribing to DCU that are telling me Titans is the best shit going.
If you watch Titans and Hawk isn't your new favorite character, you and I aren't friends anymore. Because
I already have a new favorite character this year.
Who is it?
Homelander.
Oh fuck yeah, great character.
Homelander is the greatest character in the history of fucking comics, and so you know it's random. I had picked up random copies of the boys like in the early 2000s, and I thought, you know, this kind of entertaining, but you know, comics being told as a story and stuff like that. So after watching the series. A couple of weeks ago, I read the first 10 or 12. I don't exactly know how far I got in the deal. I'm into the second trade paper. I think I finished the second trade paperback, so I'm probably 12 or something issues into the boys. And I knew it was gonna be better than the fucking show, right? Because the show is so dirty, right? And I was like, you know, like, dude, it was like the opening scene when she has to do bad things to. I'm bad with the character's name besides home, but the
Aquaman guy.
The Aquaman guy, dude.
Yeah,
they ran a train on her mouth. I know.
In the comic?
Oh yeah,
I haven't read it.
It was
yet.
no, it was Homeland. It was Homelander. That was Homelander's deal. But like they had to do it, and I could tell like they're gonna do a season 2, and they're gonna have a better budget. Like they hit a lot of things home.
I haven't finished it. I haven't finished it yet.
They definitely changed it. So you haven't changed it. Okay. Well, like, I didn't give too much away, but like it's good. There's only 8 episodes, so
yeah, I know. I gotta watch it.
We got my wife and I got through 7 in a day, and it was a Sunday night of like recovery weekend, and it was like, all right, the last episode is like an hour and 20 or something like that, and we're like, I can't. Like I got work tomorrow. I gotta go to bed, right? And so it took me like 2 weeks to get back for the finale, and let's just say I enjoyed it. So you haven't finished it, nothing to say, but yeah, Homelander is like Daryl says, Homelander is ruthless, dude.
He is ruthless.
He's my new favorite character in fucking everything, every movie ever.
You're gonna call me at 4:00 in the
Him
morning.
and Yellowbeard and Homelander.
You're gonna be like, fucking Hawk is the man.
All right, dude.
Like Commander Cody said, Minka Kelly is Dove, and she's not a bitch ass Dove. She might be the baddest female character that DC's done correctly. She's how Black Canary should be, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
She would be a perfect Black Canary the way, because she's not like a dainty, like she's sharp as a whip and she's badass. Like, they did it really good. There's substance abuse issues involved in it.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of that.
There's PTSD, but it's. They figured out in their way how Marvel made the Marvel Universe almost seem like it could really happen. Like the Mysterio shit in Spider-Man 2 with the drones and stuff. You're like, okay, that's feasible in this day and age, to be honest with you. DC, like the stuff they have, the fights and the language and the interaction, it feels like if there was really stuff like that going down, that's how those people would look. That's how the costumes would function. Et cetera, et cetera. Great show. I'm really excited.
Yeah. So
I'll loan you my password.
Your what?
I'll loan you my password.
Oh, okay. Tight.
Oh,
even better.
No, Sean, you got to be careful, because if you haven't figured out, this is the age of everyone in comic books are the Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's all they do. That's all they are. Little fucking rats. Little fucking
rat bastards.
Screenshot that shit.
Seriously, that's all they are. If you really think about it, all they are little Tekashis, little Tekashi 6ix9ines.
Little rats.
They're going to get their attention.
Little rats with nothing to do.
They're going to get their attention one way or the other. Anyway, back to pertinent information. Like, God, look at Keith and Bryan's hair. Somewhere Pantene and Awapui don't fucking sponsor us soon.
Yeah, it's
Pantene, bitches.
And the hair side. I got plenty of hair. I mean, not in that. I'm not missing it in any places.
Joe somewhere.
It definitely doesn't.
I was about to say, where's Joe?
Hey, all joking aside, religious preference or not, I know some of us don't, but keep Joe in your thoughts. His family's having a tough week right now, and hopefully things will continue to get better. But if you believe in that kind of stuff, put a little thought for Joe and his family.
Oh yeah.
Amen.
Yep. We missed you, Joe.
I mean,
I feel bad. We're talking about all this glorious hair, and I have a feeling he's like, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, he was just in the chat too. So, I'm gonna ask because I know Joe did, so we put it in here. Am I the only one in here who's seen Joker or no?
I have not seen it yet. I'm waiting.
I haven't seen it either.
Okay, then we're just skipping it because only Joe's seen it. And I'm not gonna. Yeah, and
Just tell me, did you enjoy it?
It only started last Thursday. No, I definitely look. I definitely enjoyed it. I don't. I would enjoy it. I recommend seeing it. I took it for what it was. A lot of things my non-comic friends asked me, like, because I had friends that were told to go see Endgame, and like I kind of like, for some of them I'm like, dude, there's some things you have to fucking see, and like, so I kind of like, I downloaded a Marvel list, and I basically scratched out the ones that almost had like fucking like in all honesty, you don't need to sit through Age of Ultron to get to Endgame. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just, I scratched out some shit for, you know what I mean?
Iron Man 3 and shit like that.
Yeah. There's shit you just don't have to fucking see. And then they made it so you had to see a couple of them, like you had to go see Thor: The Dark World because the same guys directed it. But like, you know what I mean, kind of thing. So there's one thing that people ask me, and I mean, I shouldn't even say anything because I'll comic people, but it's just not tied into the DCU. I don't like, it's not tied in. I would be very surprised if they would keep going on with this, because they'd have to. It's a Joker origin story, and
I think that's great.
And that's the thing about, because when people try to ask me, they're like, I don't know a lot about the comics. I'm like, the fucking comics don't have one, and they're like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, there's not. That's one thing. Joker's scary as fuck because you don't know shit about him. That's one of the reasons Ledger was the most fucking uncanny, terrifying person in the history of fucking movies, is because you don't know where this fucking guy came from, and none of those criminals, nobody in that town know where the scariest dude in the world came from. Now we all know Michael Keaton. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Jack Nicholson.
Well, I know, but I mean the Michael Keaton Batman. So yeah, but yeah, Jack Nicholson, Never Danced with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight. Like, you know what I mean? Sort of an origin story there. And so a lot of us even like probably would have thought that, being like 9-10 years old or whatever I was, you know, in the 89. So I guess maybe I was.
Yeah, he fell in the vat, got all white, right?
Yeah, he got all white. You know, and then he found, you know, they find out, you know, that he killed his parents and all that stuff. So so that was kind of an origin. This is kind of a different origin. It's like they're plausible stories on why he's the character. It's worth seeing. I really hate saying stuff. I just you know, people are like, what do I need to go see? Like Suicide Squad? I'm like, no, this is not Jared Leto. No. They're my the dude. Almost probably no one listening to us, unless they're listening to us for cards, fucking have you know what I mean, have a clue what they should or shouldn't do. So if you're one of the card people that don't listen to comics, you're probably already fast forwarding. It's probably tomorrow. And and so anyway, but so no, obviously you don't need to tie in or anything like that. But I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's got some fucked up themes, as people will totally admit. You know what I mean? So
it's the Joker. He's fucking, like I said, if you're not smart enough to realize that there's a guy named Batman who dresses up in a bat fucking costume and fights a guy who's dressed as a clown, that it's fucking really not real life, then you're too stupid to fucking go see the movie to begin with.
Accurate.
The fact that you have to tell someone this shit, it hurts my head that this is the world we live in. It's sad. It really fucking is sad.
I did see him. I saw an article, and it was linked on Twitter, and it's funny because it was fake. It's not The Onion, and I don't even know if I'd remember the name, but it's like I clicked through it. They had some like hilarious like parody and satire stories, and about, you know, politics and stuff, like both sides of the spectrum, and I thought it was actually some pretty funny stuff, and I wish I could remember the name. Some of the B or something like that. And it's like American media outraged that there have been no injuries or attacks,
no riots, no shootings,
and Joker movies. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, that's one of the reasons I didn't go see it, is because of fucking crazy people. I just didn't. I didn't want to take the chance.
They actually didn't show it in that Aurora theater.
Which became good. I'm glad that they didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad they did that.
I mean, come on, man.
There's certain things that
I'm surprised. You know, I mean, I'm glad they do, but I'm almost surprised that, you know, the play. I mean, I don't know. They don't close schools either. So
I was very surprised that nobody went out there and did something dumb. I gotta be honest.
That's it, dude. And
Well, the good thing about it,
maybe it's because it's good. Maybe because they respect the game. Like, if you're in there watching the movie, that means you like the Joker. Why would you go to hurt people that like the same things you like?
I think people, like I said, I think the theaters and the responsibility of security, they're starting to do security right. Instead of having, fat 390-pound guy that's never fucking walked up a stair in his life with a baton, they're paying off 30 security guards. And, there's legitimate, it's just not easy to go into any place anymore without somebody seeing you or at least checking you out in places like that. And that's the way it should be in this day and age. Sad but true.
Yep.
There needs to be a real life Batman. They're just kicking shit out of villains so we can go to the movies.
I don't know about that.
You don't want real life Batman?
No. Fuck no.
What can I do?
I do.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Dude, I just found a picture of me dated 1989. There's a pinhole in it, and I realized my dentist would take pictures of people, and then he'd post the patients on the board what you look like every 6 months, and then I found it's me in a Raiders hat, up with the Conseco fucking wave in the front, up on my head like this, right, behind my hair, but you can still see the Raiders logo, Raiders jacket, Batman t-shirt. And I was like, I've never fucking changed, and I'm 40. I'm literally the same person. You know what I mean? I was like, I said my wife, I was like, babe, I haven't only not changed in 3 years. I haven't changed in 40.
Well, 30, but
30. Well, no, but I didn't. I had the shirt before that picture. No, I know it was dated December 28th. I know I was so proud because I actually remember getting that Raider hat and jacket combo for Christmas, and it made me very, very happy.
I bet you that
Raiders jacket.
I bet you that jacket, if you went and looked up what it's selling for on eBay now, you'd be surprised.
Oh, dude. I honestly that thing was sick. I can totally picture it. It was white and black with it was a unique looking one. I like weird shit.
Who made it? Was it a starter? Was that before starter?
It probably was starter.
It was not before starter. I think it was starter, but it was not a traditional. It was not any of the traditional starter styles that you've seen.
I still got my starter Bears jacket, dude.
It's
fucking dope, dude.
It was a pullover that had a giant flap right here that had the greatest internal pocket in the history of the world. I could fit 2 books in there.
Those NFL pullovers?
Yes.
Dude, they're selling them again.
Mine was the Miami Hurricane one though, because that was I thought that made me extra hard. So
baby.
I had a green Hurricane starter jacket. They sold out the black ones. I had to settle for a green one. And I was like, whatever, but I got my Miami jacket.
I got a Miami hat somewhere.
Yeah,
everybody loved the Hurricanes.
I was 13 or something, dude. Yeah, that was later, but
you remember those they were before the big puffy starter jackets, but they were the satin.
Yeah.
That's the one I got.
No, they were satin.
Dude, Keith, look up. Do you still have it?
God,
Here, I'll bust it up.
Dude, that thing.
My buddy has his Bears one too.
So much. They sell for thousands, sometimes thousands. Like the
My
Houston
buddy
Oilers
has one. Yeah, my buddy Victor, the trainers. Yeah, he literally has the fucking. He has the Bears satin one, and my buddy lost a bet, and he has his hand on him wearing this little kid's this 200-something pound man wearing this little kid jacket up to fucking here with my hands in his because when the I think he lost the bet the Bears Colts Super Bowl or something. It wasn't a Raider game.
I got the Bears in the front.
There you go, dude.
Here.
That's
badass.
Wait, let me
That is very badass.
And then it's got the fucking
that's beefy, dude.
Yeah,
that's pretty beefy, dude.
Yeah, it's all satin.
Stripes on the side. Dude, I bet you
fucking starter logo.
That's probably worth $5,000, dude.
No, I doubt it.
I don't know. Brian would know.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now, right?
It still fits too.
That's pretty sweet, dude. That thing looks clean as
Pro line starter. I got it in high school, dude. In the 90s, baby.
That is pretty badass.
90, 91, maybe? Fuck.
Oh,
I've been a Bears fan all my life, dude.
This isn't a Bears one, but this is a Houston. And this is look how much this Houston one is going for. Well, it's not going for it, but how much it's up for
is how much.
But
What?
this is the one. Yeah, these
2,000?
2,000, man.
That is so fucking badass, though. That original baby Bill Houston. That is so badass.
Dude, does it have the back? Because Keith Back is a seller there. Because a lot of those didn't have that logo on the back, dude.
Boom,
nothing on the back.
I bet he's got a $5,000 jacket there, dude.
Look how big that fucker is. It's all stitched. It's fucking.
Can you get it on?
Huh? Yeah.
Can you get it on?
It's a size large, dude.
Keith, this is Keith's best spec. He had no idea he's his best speculation ever. He's been wearing it on Sunday.
I haven't worn this jacket in forever, dude.
I gotta get ginger ale, boys. I'm fucking.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
I'm wearing like a $5,000 jacket.
Oh, here you go, Keith.
Oh God, that's awesome.
Look at this. Here's all the Bears ones.
You know me, I asked for 10.
It's $75. That's it.
$47 with 6 bids and 19 hours left.
Wait, that's different though than this one.
Oh, is it? Look at this one.
Mine has bears on the front.
Okay.
Dude, find one with that logo on the back like Keith. That's insane. You ain't gonna find that.
You probably ain't gonna find that.
I never, dude. You never see those. You never see those starters with the logos on the back. Well, I don't know how you're gonna.
I don't even see Keith's on there.
I can do this.
No,
I can literally go. I want to do a fucking podcast where we just all go on literally and look for shit like this on eBay, like our favorite shit. I don't know if people would watch it, but I would.
I mean, that's kind of like it, but it's not. Kind of like it, but it's not. Yeah. Oh, that's a sick white one. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yours might be worth holding on to and checking out.
Well, I'm never gonna get rid of it. Seeing as I'm a fucking huge Bears fan, so
nope, just like me. You ready?
I better not wear it though around. Fuck.
Hey, when somebody's life needs saving or you're gonna lose your house, that's when that shit goes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's when the good shit goes.
I guess.
Maybe. We'll see.
Probably not.
You have nowhere else to store it.
So I want to talk about Ronald Acuna. And for the second time this year, he was not hustling on a play during the playoffs that cost his team a base.
Cost them a run, possibly.
Possibly a run because
he was on second. He would have been on second, yeah.
And for someone that does that multiple times after being hounded about it, it's kind of like Manny Machado. It's just,
Manny Ramirez.
Yeah, there's certain people that once there's certain baseball is one of those games where you can fuck up, but not hustling is you can get away with it once, but multiple times people do away with it, and that's honest God's truth. And you guys, if you watch, but I think Juan Soto is the prospect that needs to have the most attention on him right now. What are you grinning at, Keith? Keep smiling like someone farted and he knows who did it. I think but
no. I was just...
You look at the price on Soto versus, and I just think that he's a better long-term prospect. I think he has a better swing. I like his power better. And the thing about it is he's already proven to be clutch. I mean, he has 2 hits in this playoff that propelled his team into the future. And he hustles. So like I said, Acuna is going to have huge numbers and this and that, but at the same point in time, I don't think he cares that much about the game. So,
I don't know. He's an exciting player, though. I think that's why people like him.
He is, but do you remember Hanley Ramirez?
Out of fucking people, though.
Hanley Ramirez was the exact same way. And
I remember Hanley Ramirez.
You remember, and he signed that first contract with Boston, and then he never fucking hit again because.
Yeah, but Acuna already signed his contract, so he's already locked in. So you think, he wasn't cruising this year, was he?
No, he had good numbers, but at the same point in time, if you're in the playoffs, and you can't leg out a double, how much can he care?
Well, he wasn't legging out; he was trying to watch his ball go over the fence.
That's what I mean. But instead of getting on a horse and legging it out.
Did they win that game?
No,
they ended up losing.
Wow.
Yep, and then they ended up losing the series.
I'd rather invest my money in a guy that's gonna hustle and get that fucking double though, because I need that double.
Don't get me wrong, I like Soto too. And we'll see this playoffs, man.
Oh God,
it could make him though. So
last night.
Soto's swing is pretty fucking sweet, man. But like, I mean, can't you get coached into this? Isn't it almost like, you know, when a Bill Belichick gets you young or something like that? Like it can't. Like at a certain point, you're not above the shit. Baseball police their own better than other places because it's really, you're just a guy in a lineup and you spend other than if you're a pitcher. Okay, what was he, fucking 20?
Maybe.
I was a complete asshole as a young person. I'm much more amiable now, right? Like I don't listen to fucking anything, dude, and I probably was smarter than some of my coaches. They're volunteers, right? Until high school, like, you know. And in high school, we actually
ain't getting paid shit in high school either.
We actually had some pretty good high school coaches. Jason Vargas, a pitcher, his dad was my high school coach. So like, yeah, and he knows, that guy knows his shit, and like you couldn't punk that guy. But that was the difference between me punking little league guys and me getting high school and him being like, you ain't shit, dude. You know what I mean? But anyway, I don't know. I don't think. Do you think that makes Acuna a bad investment though?
Yeah, I do. I don't think it's one of those things that I don't know how much he cares about the game. If you aren't the most excited person in the world to be on that field and trying to get an extra base for your team in a game like that, you're never going to be that excited about baseball. So I don't want to invest a whole lot of money in someone that in 5 years might not give a shit about baseball and be hitting 230 for Seattle and then be out of the league another 3 years. And that other thing too is, but I've seen those guys like what's the guy from Miguel Cabrera? Those guys have 3 or 4 just monster years and then they get fat and stop giving a fuck. Happens a lot.
Prince Fielder.
I mean, Cabrera's borderline Hall of Fame though, man. He had like,
oh, his numbers are. I mean, he's a triple crown.
Cabrera is a Hall of Fame.
But he stopped giving a shit. He got fat and stopped giving a shit.
Man, he was never really skinny, dude.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't even a quarterback.
I don't think that's a good comparison.
I can sympathize with him.
Look at Ronald Acuna at the same age.
He's 21, dude. So yeah, I don't know. He's really young, man.
I'm not saying he's going to get fat. I'm just saying that I just don't know how much he cares about. Like I said, I'm just not going to invest a lot on him because I just don't know how much he cares about baseball. I don't know if he wants to play for 20 years. And nowadays, if you're invested in speculation on baseball, your guy has to get to the Hall of Fame. That's the mark.
Absolutely. Everybody's looking at Trout. Trout's a guaranteed almost.
And you've got to have numbers.
Up to him, dude. Because if he doesn't, I mean, like he has to, like it's got to be major injury or tragic accident, dude.
Bottom line with Trout,
like to end his career, and that's it, dude.
The bottom line with Trout is this: this guy has been either first or second in MVP voting for his entire career.
Yeah, for 10 years, dude. He's going to the NFL. I mean, going to the NFL. He's going to Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He could go to the NFL. He's actually
Bo Jackson, baby.
Yeah, he could try to. Yeah, and so like
he plays the game right.
Yeah, he does, dude. You ever seen Trout not beat it? Dude, they traded Peter Borgos just so he wouldn't be outshined in the outfield for even a second, right? And it was just, I mean, he hits fucking 2.
He signs autographs for kids in the game. You've never heard about him getting in trouble.
Nope.
Smiles all the time. He's perfect.
He's Derek Carr without the religion. He's like, you know what I mean? Married to his girl, doesn't give a shit, doesn't need fancy clothes, never seen in public doing crazy shit, says all the right things. Like, dude, he's, you know what I mean? Like, I
give you shit about Derek Carr.
Greatness in Anaheim because that's all we have. You know what I mean?
I give you shit about David Carr, but he's a hell of a kid. I mean, that's
David Carr.
Derek is a human. I'm not talking about
Derek's the one that got sacked more than his brother, right?
No one's been
sacked.
David
Carr. The guy with like 500 interceptions.
Yeah. David have a good chance.
Fucking Carr and Sean's Raiders and Gruden are proving a lot of people wrong right now. I don't know if they're going to get in the playoffs, but the fact they're even where they're at right now, this part of the season with all the bullshit they had, is pretty impressive. I don't know what they keep cutting 9 and 8, man. I'm tired of their bullshit with 8, man. But
8, man.
You go to Indianapolis, do what you got to do. And the funny thing is, all the power rankings this week still had the Bears and Colts above us. And I'm like, we just beat both of them back.
you get Trubisky back.
What are you going to move from 30 to fucking 10? Come on, man. You can't just jump that in a week.
What are you talking about? We did 2 weeks, 10 a.m. road wins, one of them in London, and kick some ass. I don't know. Well, Klumac had a fumble recovery because the pitch went wrong. But that's it.
That's a bad play.
Our offensive line is insane. Probably best.
Yeah, I give you that. That line is crazy, dude. You guys can run the ball for days, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna get Gabe Jackson back, so they're gonna have their line at full strength for the first time in after a week from this Sunday, and they're gonna need it because they're on the road at Green Bay, and then they're on the road in Houston because they don't play at home for over 2 months.
I saw that, but I mean, so that means you're back into the schedule. I mean, you got home games.
Shit, we won't. Yeah, but it's still that's just not well. And one of we just played a home game. It was in London.
Yeah, they got robbed the one game.
We won the. But yeah, anyway, that's I can talk Radio Life online. I'm an idiot. And I've only other than the when I lived in Europe, I've only missed 2 Raider games. Television, obviously, not including television. I've only missed 2 Raider games since 2000. Other than when I was in Europe.
At what point?
One was on a flight home from Alabama, and one I just said fuck it because I had to look for an apartment that day.
At what point do you want them to quit winning? I mean, do you say to yourself like they need to get a high draft pick or
no? Fuck that, dude. They've been to 1 playoff game since they lost the Super Bowl, and guess what? I booked a plane ticket there, and Josue, Joe Swagger, picked up me and Brad at his house. CBSI found me a house to stay at in Houston, and if they have a playoff game this year, I'll be there.
So at what point there was the 1 playoff loss worth more than a top 5 pick?
And well, I mean that's a big drop off. Like they're already not going to be top 5. I mean,
there's way too many tanking teams right now.
There's they're only tanking teams, but
Miami Jets, they
have a decent schedule coming. They have a decent schedule coming up. Fuck that draft pick, man. We got hella draft picks. We got the Bears draft pick this first round. We got our own draft pick. We got plenty of draft picks. Fucking, I want to win games. I don't know. They're winning with whoever the hell they throw out there now. We keep getting people suspended, kickoff teams, all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm happy. I'm just happy. Anything's worth a playoff game is worth fucking whatever the pick is worth. I don't give a shit, man. And plus this year we got 2 first-round picks. Use them both to move up if you really want somebody. Apparently, unless he seriously loses everything, we're not going for a quarterback. And there's 5 or 6 first-round receivers this year, and that's a pressing need. Like there's 3 dudes in Alabama receivers that can go first round. That's insane, dude. And there's no possible way that Ruggs and I'm drawing blanks. My wife would kill me. But the other megastar they have, Jerry Jeudy. Those are first round for sure. And that other guy that's their third best scored 5 touchdowns last week.
Judy's either the first or second best receiver in college football.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry Jeudy's top 5 for sure.
Oh, I think if the Oklahoma State receiver Tylan Wallace is the number one, fucking Jeudy is, then I think Judy's better physically. I think he's better for the NFL game. I think he's more physical and has a little bit better top end speed. So I think he's a stud. Jeudy is.
I agree. So what's going on? Should I open this box?
Fuck yeah, open this box. And did anybody happen to get in on first of the line on Prism? Because we all got our shit kicked in.
Prism draft.
Sorry.
Dude, I did. Okay, so on the app, unsafely, the police can't arrest you for this. Unsafely in a car. I'm just on the freeway hitting refresh, and finally let me in. And I almost checked out a bunch of times. I'm on the freeway, and it's making me click which stop signs are in a picture. And I'm like, come on, man.
Shit.
On a phone, and one time it made me do it 10 times for the same checkout, and then it never let me check out. It would just keep thinking. At one point, it even charged. So it charged my PayPal, but it said it didn't go through. So my PayPal said they charged me, and so I switched to a credit card number because I was like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't know if it went through or not, so I'm just gonna keep trying on a credit card, and I don't want to keep, anyway. And then it just said, I was on the cusp multiple times. That's all I get. But like the first off the line when I did those blacks, the football blacks, the Panini blacks, I was the app is what got me through. So I don't know. I was trying both because but not the time on the freeway, but the time at home, I was like app computer. I was just sitting here refreshing, right? Anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot, man. I had some work shit going on, and that shit is fucking impossible, dude. Fuck that.
Impossible, dude.
They sell out.
Yeah, first off the line always sells out instantly. I swear it's people with bots, and they're fucking going on there and buying multiple boxes, dude. And they just
different accounts and stuff. You think?
Huh?
It was different accounts and all that.
It's a bot. You set up a bot, you can buy as many as you want, really. And different credit cards and all that shit.
Anyway, if you guys want to get into that,
yeah. So what's going on here?
I have like 10 credit cards that I don't use that like I don't cancel because somehow they make your credit worse if you cancel your credit card.
That always doesn't make sense to me.
I don't want to get into the credit thing. I'm just glad mine's been good for a while now. So I was young, I was dumb. But, yeah.
I think my two credit cards are good enough.
Yeah, well, I have more I carry too, and one is basically in case the other one breaks. Well, two in a debit card, but whatever, it's the same thing.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
And it's I'm not my fucking 20s anymore. I have to be like, all right, which one of these is gonna work? They all work. It's awesome. I'm an adult. All right, fine. I'm fucking opening these books. So, sent books to CGC. These are just modern books. What I do, I send books. I don't really stockpile books, but I keep books aside that I think are like really high grade when they're modern. Old books, those two. And if they're big books, sometimes worth grading, sometimes they're not. I've done better raw with some of the mid-grade books on eBay and stuff like that, sort of selling them. I sold a Marvel Spotlight 5 that I thought was lower grade. Marvel that I thought was like mid upper grade, like a 4.5 to 5.5, end up getting like 700 or something on eBay raw. And when a 6.0 graded goes for like 600 or something, I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It is what it is. This is just some modern stuff I threw in. Stuff that I think was probably 9.6 or up. Stuff that I think was 9.8 or that was 9.6 that I was gonna go ahead and throw in there for Hail Marys because they're books that I would really actually want a 9.8 in. So these aren't like these aren't like mega books. These aren't mega variants. Although I think there's like a 1 in 500 in here. There's a 1 in 500. I think Punisher, 1 in 1,000. Jean Grey book, something like that. And there is.
This is exciting.
Pulled out these, some of my favorites. If you've been friends of CBSI long time ago, I've been posting these for years. Finally got this years ago. And so this is one of my favorite covers, and this is because being a Misfits fan, Die My Darling, they used this for a single a long time ago. I got this book, I want to say 4 years ago. It's completely, I was always hoping to upgrade the grade, but it doesn't really matter. The thing on this is the color. Sometimes people say that the getting the cherry of the cigarette is a big deal, but like I still haven't seen a copy with the cherry of the cigarette. And
the cherry, that means it's cut a little different.
That's what I've heard, and that's what people have told me, but I've never seen a copy with the cherry, so I don't know if the person that told me this was saying that that's just like a goal of theirs. They said it's hard to find. So you're going to go next level. It's like the Mark Jewelers of this thing, right? And this is just a reprint. It's not even a reprint, actually. They just reprinted the cover, but it's Haunted Horror, and I actually bought this at eBay about a week or 2 weeks ago. I think there's about 4 9.8s. It's not even the same Chamber of Chills reprint, but IDW, they did a whole bunch of reprints, and they use this for number 1, and this is in 2012. And I haven't seen it. This usually sells for about 50, 60 books raw or some shit like that. And so I saw a 9.8. He had it like 200. I think I offered 130, and they accepted. And I don't give a shit, so I put them on there. So there's 3 copies of the Simon version of the Haunted Horror number 1 in here that I thought were 9.8 candidates that they only printed 300 of. So I brought those up because I'll be able to just play with those. So if you can't see, there's a box. It's still sealed. I'm not gonna show my address. So
some people might like that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey. Yeah. You can. Yeah, I am armed. I do have a safe for the stuff that is not.
He's got dogs.
I do have dogs.
And he's got hands the size of fucking lunch boxes.
Doesn't hurt.
And he doesn't feel pain.
This is kind of accurate, but somebody could it could help him. So let's see. So we know how they do this. There's going to be some advertisements and shit on top for their partners that they give the good grades to. This is a comic knife. Everybody, you need a sword in the comic world, like a retractable comic sword. I'm sure everybody has one of those. All right, so I'm gonna take the top off. So I'm gonna start at the top. Well, let's get some of this shit out so I can get my hand in here. Start at the top. So there's three of those Simon books in there. I call him Simon because our friend Sad Lemon, he actually put those out, so he knew I'd like them, so he sent me a link. Yes. So I'm pretty happy about the Lozy variant of Ghost Rider 1.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, what?
I've been trying to fucking find a beautiful copy of this for a while.
Nice, man.
That's beautiful.
Hey,
Beautiful.
you know what, dude? Fuck the rest of the books, dude. But going on the wall, I'm happy. Like, well, like this may or may not be the most valuable in there because I actually tried to look up prices on this thing, and I don't think there's really like easy to find prices on it. I think there's only a handful of 9.8s or something like that. But this is the one where Neil Adams did the 1 in 50, so this is the 1 in 25 of that. But I mean, in all honesty, this is a better. Oh,
it's a wraparound.
Yeah, so this is the wraparound.
Yeah, sick.
Totally forgot about that. Glad I turned around.
Sick.
Like the wraparound Lozy cover. This is super hard. I mean, it's fairly hard to find. It's never sold anywhere in the universe of what that Neil Adams 1 in 50 does. But like, it's a better cover, but it's not Neil Adams and it's not 1 in 50. It's a 1 in 25. So this is like I said, started off with a bang. Everyone else can only go down from here because super happy about this book. This is definitely a PC book. This is one of the few that just gets thrown in the My Light just to start. Boom. All right. So that was cool. Let's go next on the list. I don't know what it is. Jean Grey number 1, the remastered 1 in 500.
Oh shit!
You like those remastered, huh?
I do. I like the remastered.
Why don't you talk about the remaster a little bit?
Well, so the big guys get the remastered because they get so this is Dave Cockrum cover. They use the old stuff, so a lot of them, the ones that sell for a good amount of money, a little more, are the Ditkos, do really well. There's
McFarlane's. McFarlane has some.
McFarlane has a few, but I've heard he won't even sign them. He's so pissed about them because he doesn't get paid for them. You know what I mean? So he's not super happy about these. So these are the ones when the retailers grab. You know, I mean, we all know what ratios are, but like a lot of times the 1 in 500s, the 1 in 1000s don't even hit. And the 1 in 250s, they don't always even hit the market. because they're not going to qualify for them. So, certain ones I like, I'll pick up. I'll see what I can do. So anyway, kind of happy. So I got a 1 in 500 Dream Gray. So here I go. And like I said, I'm kind of guy when I find stuff that I think is 9.8 potential, I put it to the side, try to grade it. If I think it's a book that people would actually want graded, or a book that I want graded, one of the two, because I do sell these things. So anyway, so there we go. So here we go with the
so do those guys that make the store variants, they have like 3,000, 5,000, yep. Those guys get them? Is that the guys that get them?
Though big retailers and the guys that make store variants do end up with these. Like if your store prints 3,000 books, you're gonna get 6 of these. So
dude, I got I do have I love those remastered ones too. I have the X-Men ones, the 1,000 one, probably the same ones you probably have, the same from a good buddy of ours.
Yeah, so I like those. Let's see. So next, another remastered. I think that one was 1 in 1,000. I think this is 1 in 500. So this is a Zek Punisher.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So Zek Punisher. This is either 250 or 500 because there's a sketch version of this and there's a sketch version of that. But I think the Jean Grey was actually a lower ratio.
The sketch is probably the higher ratio.
The sketches are always higher ratio.
Dude, I could have bought some at fucking Zek's table.
Of these? Really?
Yeah, of the number 1 and number 2. They're both black and white.
It's kind of fucking cool, dude. It's kind of fucking cool.
They're like 200 or 300. I don't know.
Ready to go. You know what I mean? This is like the non-Liefeld. The guy that's swollen looks like he means it. You know what I mean?
I should have bought that. I should have bought that number 2. I was thinking about it.
Hey, Liefeld threatening to sue Disney on Twitter this week was interesting, by the way. Did you guys see that?
Yep.
No.
He's a fucking guy.
He's lost his mind.
Who are you talking about? Zach?
Rob Liefeld.
Oh no, you saw the promo he cut for the show he used to be on.
Yeah.
For $30.
Yeah.
It was a $30 promo too.
Oh no! Well, sorta. I mean, good lord, dude. He was in like a fucking $2,000 a night hotel room.
Gotta pay for it somehow.
Yeah, I guess $30 at a time. Long dick stuff. So, all right, let's go next. Let's see what we do. We haven't hit the runs of this stuff. Another 9.8.
Ooh, I like that book.
So we're going with the AH2.
Love it.
Ooh. Another 9.8.
That book so underrated.
Hard 9.8.
Yeah.
I went. This was I got at the Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario. God, I wish I could remember his name. Awesome dealer. Such a cool guy. So first time I dealt with him, I bought a bunch of books off his table. He was like, look at what I have. He's like, you're gonna make he's like, anyway, he was just not one of those guys. He's a guy that actually tries to sell comics, let's put it that way, rather than leave his shit on the wall, like putting this up as like a $200 raw book or something. He had 2 copies. I want to say this was 35, and he had a copy he had it at a lower grade at like 25. And I was like, I'll take both. I didn't even take it out the bag. I took it home and I was like, yep, this will work. I need that.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I don't think I have one. I don't think it's 9.8 though.
Yeah, I think I have another raw, but it definitely, I don't think it was 9.8. But this for AH is, I mean, honestly, it's when
he's
rivals that Catwoman, huh?
Yeah.
What picture number is that?
The cat. This is Tomb Raider Journeys #1 and it's from 2001, 17-year-old book, and it's beautiful. It's black cover. The top cow image. Is great, and it kind of rivals that Catwoman 50. This I think sells for slightly more because it's definitely more rare, but that Catwoman 51 actually is one of my favorite covers ever. So
I can't argue against that. That's a stout cover.
Yeah.
Everybody in
the back in the Lost numbers.
Yeah.
All the numbers she's holding are from Lost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That Tomb Raider cover, back in the day, people would pass that up for the Tony Daniels one. You remember that?
Yep, I do.
It was a white cover, so those ones would always be left behind. That was crazy.
Okay. So next. Oh, another 9.8. I did not pre-screen, by the way. So you got a Spawn 141.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah.
Fucking Joe probably buy that off of you.
No shit. He's probably jizzing right now.
Dude, so that's a good one. And this is I bought this on a retail website as a very fine 8.0.
Oh.
And I very finally fixed everything fucking wrong with it, and here it is.
Beautiful book, buddy.
Dude.
Yeah. All right. I have one more Spawn in here. See how it goes. So maybe the Spawns will be in a row. We'll see.
Excellent job on the press.
They are.
Oh
So
yes.
Another 9.8. Spawn 216 with this mean dude that they don't. Isn't this his first appearance? And they don't list it.
He looks like that one guy. What's his name? The fuck. It's that shitty paper thin comic from the 80s. Evil Ernie. Looks like an Evil Ernie to me, doesn't he?
He definitely does look like.
Kinda, yeah. He kind of does.
Yeah, definitely looks like Evil Ernie. So, but I don't.
Guys,
know.
I'm gonna tell everyone on this: be really careful on going too deep into Spawn. People aren't reading Spawn. People got excited about Spawn 300. And they're excited about 301.
Spawn's got big time collectors, man.
Yeah, but 309 is gonna probably not have that many people buying it. So, just my opinion on it.
Well, I agree with that. But the early 200s and Spawns are hard to find.
They're super hard. No, I'm not saying that they're not hard to find. It's just what is the reasoning for Spawn popularity? Because other than the pre-sales for 300, shit ain't really got going on. Yes, there's rumors of movies and this and that, but
that's it, right? It's the Spawn movie, right?
He's dope. There's nostalgia guys like us that like became successful in life and like want 9/8 of all the good shit. I mean, Jamie Foxx is gonna do the movie.
Is that who's gonna do it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's supposed to be.
It's like they've had like videos together. So
that's exciting. Jamie Foxx, that he can act his ass off. So.
Oh, dude. I mean, you can't. I mean.
I love the original Spawn movies. I thought they got the darkness right. The Leguizamo. I thought the darkness.
Leguizamo.
I thought the darkness was correct.
I like the movie. I haven't rewatched the cartoons, but I remember enjoying the cartoons.
Oh, the HBO cartoons.
HBO. Yeah.
I was like a freshman or a sophomore in high school. I remember there was like shit. Sorry, someone shut up at my. What the fuck is this at my door?
How you always getting people at your door? It's like, was it midnight out there?
It's fucking Oklahoma. People live by you.
My trash can lid blew over because of the fucking wind, and it made my camera go off.
All right, well, it's only me on camera. So, all right, so next is another 9/8. Perillo Vampirella SDCC limited to 500.
That looks like a page out of fucking Saga. There's guys with horns banging some chick.
It could be, dude. It could be.
That's pretty good. So this, like, so the next book is probably the same book because they usually put them in order. This is I got into SDCC. I saw our buddy Ray from Ray Niederhausen, and I in line for JSC, and we walked over, and I was like, "You grab the pillows yet?" And anyway, so grab these. So there's 500 of these. I thought they were great. There's 2 copies. They barely need touched. So there's one more in there. I assume it's probably 982 because you don't need to actually touch these things. They were so fucking perfect. They put them bagged and boarded right off the line for you, and they're the super glossy, slick stuff. So if you get those early and they haven't hit the shelves, you're usually golden on them. Also, they're not the easiest to press because they don't love moisture, to put it that way. So anyway, but this is a great Vampirella cover. It goes with some of the Vampirellas back there that I have hidden behind He-Man. But so let's see. So probably same book because I usually box them this way. Let's see. No, not in order, but another 9.8.
Oh, Shuri.
To Shuri.
Golly.
So Shuri.
Let me know if you're selling that book.
This? We'll see how. Well, you know what? I would have sold this book, but it dipped too much, and it's a wonderful book. because I sold my other copies because I figured I could get them back, and this is case in point.
What are they going for now? Right now,
I think they're about 200. And 9/8's about 200, and I think Raws are about.
That's not very much.
No, I don't think it's very much. That's why I don't think there's really big.
Yeah, that's a good hold book for sure.
Yeah, I would hold that then for 200.
Yeah,
I thought it was 350.
I sold my others in the 300s, and I honestly paid probably like $5 to $20 per copy. And anybody curious, if you do see copies of this, this is a very easy book to press.
Really?
Like extraordinarily easy book.
I found like 8 copies of it for like $1 each or some shit. I still got a few of them.
Yep. Yeah,
but
dude,
they're kind of beat.
Comes out on these. Well,
not beat, but they weren't 9/8. I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not.
Well, yeah. I mean, I saw this one and I was like, any copies of these I get without like the color breaks are white. If the color breaks aren't white, you're probably good. Like there's a good chance to like this thing. I was like, whoa, it's a good book. But
all right, that's a good tip.
Yeah, there's just certain books, man. There's just certain books.
I might have to send you a couple of those.
No problem. So what do we got? Woo! Another SECC book, another 9.8. It's the Dark Age Comics Pro. So this is the one from the Comics Pro. Was it? I forget. Was it Baltimore Illustrated or Partial Sketch? I think there's only 100 of these or something like that. So it's an ash can for the Dark Age. I bought this off them at SECC. It's not an SECC book, so I paid an extra few bucks for it. I picked their best copy because they were at the time 80 to 150 raw on eBay. I don't know what they sell for now, but I figure, hey, what the fuck, a 9.8 for what I think is a 9.8, which it is. So there we go. Anyway, so the Dark Age from Red 5. They're doing pretty cool books. They always have. So nice people too, by the way. nice people. I like those guys. They didn't mind. They'll just buy multiples. Not of that. I think I paid $40 for that. But next is here's the run. Here's the one that goes with them. So I sent 3 of these. So you're gonna see 3 of these. So it is a 9.8 to start. So that's the one, obviously, that goes with the Chamber of Chills that I pulled out to start this. One that it's fucking on here. Indolfo Image. I know Sad Lemon was selling these, but his logo or anything is on here. I didn't pay any exemption. But Chamber of Chills 19, Homage, vintage cover, Indolfo variant. So I'm kind of excited. I get to throw this in with these. I submitted 3 of these. They look pretty damn perfect. I have a couple more raws left. I figured.
Who's the artist again?
Mirka Indolfo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a cool signature too.
He's kind of blowing. He's kind of blowing up from doing that. That what is that pig chick comic?
Oh yeah, the
fucking I can't remember the name.
Untouched or something. Like I know what you're talking about. No, the dirty one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of blew up from that, and he has a few covers that actually doing pretty good now.
Yeah, this is good. Like yeah, this is good. She's almost got like a little JSC looking face there, but you can see the tip of hers. So anyway, you might be bored because there's 2 more of these in there. I mean, they're pretty.
You can just skip through those.
I like to see the grades on them though, but yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
There's another one with the invoice. That's one. It's another 9.8. Same book.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, baby. Now we're talking. Now we're getting back to the PC. Wolverine vs. Blade. This is a regular cover. I don't give a shit. But like, if you guys listen to me all these years, I'm a Dave Wilkins fan. I've told the story on here. I've told the story before. He told me when I talked to him, he was getting back into Marvel. When he got these books, he said he was worried that they wouldn't ever release it. And he did the entire interior. He did everything for this book. He does my favorite. A lot of everything. He signed a lot of books for me before. I really enjoy the way he mostly does covers, but did the entire interior painting for these. And so because Wolverine has the Uncanny X-Force costume, and when they shit canned it, he was worried it would never see the light of day. But with Blade coming back hot, man, it was really nice that they released that for him. So this is this is it. So I'm super happy. This adds to my Wilkins collection, and not only that, I got some virgins in there. So cross your fingers for 9/8 for those. What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
I'd never sent in a 9.2 in my life. What? These are those tap-in Prillos. Oh, man, they dropped this. I even pressed this. Anyway, it's bullshit, dude. Anyway,
I was just about to say they dropped it.
Yeah, I just dropped it too, dude. I got to crack that case anyway.
Crack press resub.
Whoa.
Or keep it raw, whatever.
Oh, there we go. Same cover, virgin.
Ooh.
Nice.
So was that a store variant?
Yeah, it's unknown.
Unknown.
But hey, if they do, he so rarely does covers these days. You know what I mean? Like if they're gonna do store variant, I had two.
No, that's cool.
I think I know what the last two books must be because you already seen them. Yep, they're both 9/8 though. A 15 out of 16 9/8, not bad. Yeah, so just another horror comics 9/8, and then I got another Virgin 9/8. But that, so hey, 15 out of 16, man. You got zero complaints from this guy.
Yeah, can't beat that, man.
No, can't be that. It's the only thing. So I mean, I'm sure I know I'm not the only guy who employs this strategy, but if you can get books that you really like for cheap, I know it's kind of like a cheat code because I press the books myself, so a lot of people have to pay for it. But like, if they're brand new off the shelf, there's a good chance they don't need pressed, and you really want that 9.8 for your personal collection, or like even whatever, grab three of those $3 or $4 copies, man, and just go ahead and submit them. Do pre-screen or something like that, or just do slow track or something like that. There's a good chance you're gonna get them, and then you can probably sell 2 of them and make your money back, and then you got what you need. So I don't know. That's definitely my philosophy on stuff, on books that are simple to get. You know what I mean? Like the one in 1,000s, you got one shot at those motherfuckers. But anyway, so that one worked out. Just putting a little stack together, and then cherry picking the good ones. Got no complaints from me on that one, especially with that Ghost Rider, man. I'm super excited about that Ghost Rider.
Yeah, awesome job, man.
Oh yeah.
Thanks. That kind of worked. I'm glad. Hey.
No, that's great. That was great.
All right. Anyway, so I monopolized everyone's time by opening boxes.
No, that's awesome. I like to see that.
Absolutely.
So Unnatural is the series. Heartless.
Yeah, Unnatural. Good old Heartless.
Heartless is Unnatural.
Yep. That's about pig women with their butt.
I don't know what it's about, but it looks pretty racy.
It looks wild, dude. Yes. Okay, so now we're back into it. What's that we want to talk about?
Real quick, I gotta pick Keith's brain here for some of these. Do you know very many of the prospects that are coming up in baseball?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, so I bought a case of Bowman Chrome, the 2019 stuff, Yep. And I've opened 4 of the boxes so far. And I don't know any of these prospects, so I'm gonna run these names. These are all the autos from those 4 boxes. I have a 1 in.
Why don't you put them up here?
Let's see here. This is a 14 out of 50.
Oh shit! The gold.
Yamamoto.
Jordan Yamamoto.
Yeah, I've heard it. He's pitching right now in the majors.
Okay, that's good.
He's actually from Hawaii. Sweet. I like that.
George Alcala, and it's I think numbered to 499.
Yeah, I never heard of him.
Yeah, never heard of him. Mason Englehart.
Nope. Man, pitchers are rough,
I know.
Chicks dig the long ball.
And I got a ton of pictures. Gerardo Padromo.
There you go. You start getting some Spanish speaking shit. Now you're
now
that guy's like a hit.
I don't know. Never heard of
Michael King.
I've heard of Michael King.
Yankees though. Shit,
Yeah.
man. Yankees prospects.
Bryan Rochicho?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't hit very well on these guys, man.
I don't know. Some of these guys might be 3 or 4 years out, dude. Who?
Feltman?
No, I don't know.
And then the last one is Pineda. Beautiful autograph.
Pineda, Nationals.
But all these are on-card autos, which is really cool.
That's what's great about
all your autos looked beautiful. All your autos look nice and centered and well on there.
Yeah, you get 10 out of 10 on the autos.
Yeah.
I'm learning shit slowly, so I say weird shit. So.
They do great on the autos too, though.
The reason I bought this box, you talked about Arizona Fall League, but the reason I bought this box is because the Bowman Chrome this year did a special subset where they do all the Arizona Fall League guys that played last year. And then I pull the, I guess they call that cracked ice or something like that.
Ooh.
What is it out of? Is it numbered?
Yeah, out of.
That's a sweet card.
150.
Who's that?
Forrest Whitley.
Okay, he's a prospect for the Astros. I heard of him.
Yeah, and
he's a pretty good pitching prospect, actually.
Forrest Whitley. Yeah, definitely.
He's a top. he's a top ranked pitching prospect for sure.
Dude, I mean, you can't be born in this era and be named Forrest, can you?
Forrest and Chandler.
You know what one of the craziest things is that
like a box of chocolates.
Going through it, the coolest base card that I've pulled so far out of those 4 boxes is the Tebow. Have you seen the Tebow yet?
I have not. Let's see that.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim Tebow. He doesn't have a
going for
first Bowman card. I have no idea.
How did they resist the Tebow?
I don't think he has an auto though. It kind of
doesn't have an auto. No,
I was hoping, man. Tim Tebow auto. That'd be sweet.
It's really a nice card.
Yeah.
No, those Bowmans are nice, man. I like them. But the problem with Chrome was they didn't include a lot of the They didn't include most of the prospects from Bowman.
Yeah.
Like there's no Wander and
there
was a Joey Bart though, which is like
Donnie Walton.
Walton, no. I don't know.
Getting ready to send. We got to do a group submission here soon because I got that Mojo Wander auto I got to send in.
I do, I'd love to.
I'll send some cards. I got about 25, 30. I'm putting. God, I got 300 comics.
Oh, we just have to get to 100, right?
Yeah, dude. I'm sure we could probably put a group submission up in like the 300-400 range.
Oh yeah.
I've easily got 30 to 50 cards to send in.
Dude, I just have to say, my limited new card salesmanship. Okay, it's only partially new since I sold at fucking swap meets when I was 12. But like as far as shipping goes, dude, shipping a card, I'm sure I overprotect them, and it's so easy, and they weigh one and
half an ounce.
Well, they weigh one, or even if I put like an extra piece of cardboard, 1 and 2 ounce cost the same on eBay. So it's like I just put 2 ounce because you never want to like, you know what I mean? Why risk it when it's the same price?
Yeah, I fucking got him top loader in a white envelope before, dude, and it fucking makes it. It's crazy. I know I'm far from whatever. I bought a card for a dude. It said 99 cents free shipping, and I was like, okay, it was a Hunter Renfroe rated rookie. He was like, do you want to buy any more cards to combine shipping? And I'm like thinking, you're the dumbass that put it up for 99 cents for free shipping. And then so he had like a couple Derek Carr cards up, like 99 cents, but like at auction that weren't getting bids. I'm like, I'll give you $1 each for those. And he's like, cool. I sent him $3. He sent me a Renfroe rookie, 2 Derek cards, and they were like they weren't even top loaders, but they were like they weren't penny sleeves either. I don't know. They're just whatever. And just he put a piece of tape on them and threw them in an envelope and just sent them to. I'm like, all right. So like that's how they do it, man.
And I'm like, all right. And they were completely fine. You know what I mean? I don't know, because comics get fucked up, man.
It drives me crazy, man.
And I'm such an excellent comic shipper that I literally ship them the same way. Like I cut out a piece of cardboard. I take blue tape. I put a penny loader and a top loader. I take blue tape so it sticks on so they can get it off to make sure it's not going to slide. Tape it down real hard. I got the free envelopes from eBay. I put it on there, fold that in half, I make sure to put the cardboard on the outside, so the double padding's on the not side of the card. Put my Dymo label on the fucking outside, dude, and still people are completely content.
Have you sold many cards from that Panini Black Break?
I probably sold 15 or 20 out of the 60. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. There's some I sold the Daniel Jones for like $1.25 or $1.20. It's the least. I mean, I know it's
out of 75.
It's out of 75. But in all honesty though, like I was just like, I'm just trying to get some money back out of this. It's funny. I'm like, dude, I think the most valuable ones are the only ones I wanted, the Josh Jacobs, because he's gonna be Rookie of the Year so far.
Yep.
And so that's kind of funny. And then I didn't put the Cleveland Farrells up either, but they're not worth shit. But so I sold that. I sold the who's the Pats backup, like 12 string backup, maybe quarterback someday.
Yeah, I know.
Stidham from Auburn. Stidham. Yeah, I sold that for like $1.25 too.
Damn.
And I bet a lot of them are real cheap, man. Like it kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Like I'm definitely not gonna.
That's the problem with football.
Yeah, I'm not gonna come out ahead.
It's super quarterback driven.
Yeah, I could come out close ahead if I sold these Jacobs, and I'm almost like, do I even care? Like,
no, dude, you got your hit. You got the card that you wanted times 3 or times 2. So
times 2. Well, you know what? I should keep. So they're actually right in front of me. They're almost the same. So I got 51 of 75 and 25 of 25. I feel like I should.
Yeah, that's the 25 of 25 is the one you want to keep, right?
You keep the 25 of 25.
Exactly.
Just throw this up there. Yeah. And then and so I sold
Well, which has the better patch on it? Is it both the same or what?
They're so fucking
pretty similar, huh?
75 has better because if you can see a third color, it's better, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But look how similar they are. You can see silver on the 75. They're almost identical.
They're almost exact.
Oh yeah.
There's just one. The 75 you can barely see the white.
What's the difference in the card then? The
75 and the 25. So
the lettering. The lettering is different color, right?
The lettering is different. And yeah, so the 25 is the gold. I don't even think it's gold.
Bronze. I think it's bronze, huh, or something.
Yeah. The SIGs are identical. I mean, they're on a sticker. Yeah, that's it. That's all. It's different. But yeah, they're cool. But that's my boy, dude. Right? I know you saw a healthy dose of that guy on Sunday.
Too much, dude.
Wow. That guy's good, man. He's fucking really good. You know, he has the number 1 Pro Football Focus rating from scrimmage, like for handoffs. Like if you don't include like receptions, even though he hasn't he's dropped any balls, and it's kind of weird because we all thought we'd use him in the passing game a little more, but he has number 1 rush rating from scrimmage. He had crazy stuff. You know, it's funny. This one I bought. I won 2 auctions when I was trying to get Jacobs patches. I won it twice. I didn't even know. I got 2 in the mail. I thought I was bidding on different cards. They're like a fucking identical, right? They just have different, right? They just have different stamps on the back. Whatever, man. It's all good.
You know, it's crazy. There's no release date for Panini Prism yet. I think that's fucking crazy.
What's that? Football?
The basketball.
Oh, okay.
They're fucking gonna start the season.
They're gonna start. No, you know what? Bullshit. You know damn well basketball season starts on Christmas.
It really does.
No one pays any fucking attention.
I do. I fucking pay all kinds of attention.
I do too, man. But you know what I'm getting at? The NFL's in full fucking gear.
Correct.
That's bullshit. Because your Clippers, this is the year they actually got a chance to win it all. If you're not on the fucking bandwagon earlier this year, I'm gonna talk shit.
First off, there's no bandwagon. If you've been a Clipper fan for this long,
you've been a bandwagon. If you ignore October, November, and most of December to root for a team, well,
we start the season against the Lakers. We're good, and we play them on Christmas. But trust me, I'm paying attention. The only thing is,
we didn't give you Paul George.
None of it matters because when Paul George is going to sit out the first month.
That's true too.
So they're barely they went to the playoffs without Kawhi and Paul George, and the only player that they lost is Shea Alexander. So,
dude, he did good, didn't he? Did you see that, Trey?
I did.
Gilgeous is dope. Like they didn't want to get rid. Like he was the untouchable guy, and then Kawhi was like, "Hey, will you trade him if I come to your team and you get Paul George?" And they're all, "Hey Shay, we appreciate it, bro." But I mean, you can't. You have to take. It's only 2-year contracts. You have to take a. If you're the Clippers, you have to take a shot.
That's the new NBA.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
want
completely good. We weren't going to win the championship with the team we had, and we absolutely. Like I said, the Clippers are going for it. I respect them for that, but we got a king's ransom for it. So,
yeah, and to us, it was like I think it worked out for both teams because you weren't going to win a title with the team, but if you put like what we had together and you throw Kawhi in the mix, there's a very good chance. I like laughing at the Laker fans because they gave us fucking.
Oh, they're gonna be terrible.
They gave us Zubac for nothing. Right,
they did,
and we got Harkless just for having more draft picks. We got Mo Harkless from Portland, and I'm sitting here like, are you kidding me? And then Pat Beverly's like, oh fuck it, I'm staying on this team. And I'm like, this is amazing. This first time everybody wants to be a Clipper. What the fuck?
He's gonna be unbearable to fucking watch.
My entire life, dude. My story of my life is like when Barry Davis is like, all right, I'll resign. And then fucking Elton Brand goes radio silent. And then he's a 76er. I was like, what are you fucking, we're homies from LA. What are you doing to me, dude? Right. That's the closest ever, dude. That shot that Chris Paul made against San Antonio. And then I was at Game 7 and against Houston and to go to the Western Conference Finals. And we blew a 30-point lead. And it was really, really, really bad. Anyway, that's life of a Clipper fan. But now,
fuck, dude, I'm a Knicks fan, so you got nothing on me, bro.
You don't blame me, man.
It's been fucking rough last century.
30 years,
this whole century.
Well, I grew up being a Knicks fan back in the Ewing days, so I feel you, man.
Oh, dude, it's rough, dude.
I was a huge Knicks fan with John Starks and Charles Oakley.
Oh yeah,
that guy's a dick, man. I went to DC, man, when I was like 13 years old, right? I was like 13 years old with my parents, right? And my dad's company was doing good and stuff, and he was like, "Man, we're gonna take this big vacation." So it was like summertime. So we went to Seattle. It was dope. I went to the Kingdom. Saw Griffey miss the cycle by a single. Went to Minnesota where my sister lives, and we Puckett hit one out, and Rafael Palmeiro hit one out. Then we went to DC, and I begged my dad to take me to the White Sox versus the Orioles, and Wilson he wouldn't. Well, it's not like he wasn't taking me on an awesome vacation. He just didn't want to go to the game that day. Wilson Alvarez, the only reason I remember this guy's name, threw a no-hitter.
I remember Wilson Alvarez.
But when we landed in DC, it's midnight, right? It's fucking midnight. And this is I don't know, maybe 92. This is not when this is not camera phone days. This is not, and it's midnight, right? You're in an airport terminal. So you got so I look over, I'm like, that's Patrick Ewing. And I had been trying to get autographs at the Mariners game, right? And I did not get Griffey's. I got Keith Comstocks. But anyway.
Keith Comstock.
I swear to God, I probably still have it. If I
You gotta get hitting the balls?
I don't know.
Is that the guy?
Fuck yeah.
It might be. Is that the card?
1,000% the guy that got hit in the balls. That was on the top 10 list on that bet guy I saw. What are the odds of that?
I don't know, man, but okay. So I get in there and like, what do I see at midnight, man? I'm like, it's fucking Patrick Ewing, and my mind's blown. I'm fucking, I lived in Stockton and then out here in the boonies of Southern California. I never fucking, I'm
holy shit, when I was
Comstock. But moved to LA when I was 19. I never seen anybody famous besides until then. There was a guy that did a play in Stockton. He was in Revenge of the Nerds. That was the most famous dude I think I'd ever. So we get in there, and so it's Patrick Ewing, and I'm like, and he's in a baggage claim, right? He's with his wife. His wife's with his kid, and I'm with my dad, and I walk over and I have this pen, and I'm like, I have my airplane ticket stuff. Mr. Ewing, how you doing? Will you sign this for me? He goes, no, I'm not signing right now. I'm the only kid. It's after midnight in a baggage claim. There's not a line of people. This isn't TMZ. There's just me. No, I'm not signing right now. And that's it, dude. No fucking signature whatsoever, right? like this, and my dad just starts mad dogging him, dude. He was scared as shit, dude. I'm like sitting like this, and then I'm like sort of leaving, and I'm still looking at him, and he like waves at me, and my dad leaps in front of me, and he goes, like, wait, like, fuck you, dude, right? You know what I mean? I'm back. Hey, dude, I look back at it, kind of glad Dad didn't go say shit. He was, but so anyway, so that's the kind of Patrick Ewing fucking fan I am. That fucking asshole, dude.
Fuck Patrick Ewing.
Hey, fuck you.
Can't sign for fucking one fucking kid when he's fucking
that is
fucking airport by himself.
Yeah, they're with their family though, man. I kind of understand.
Dude, he's standing there. It's only me. There's not a line.
I don't know. He was probably that was his heyday. He was probably charging.
Not
probably charging 100
CGC witness, right? I had a ticket stub with my name on it to the flight I was on, and I asked if he would sign it with a pen, like on the backside. The only piece of paper in sight at a baggage claim, 1 o'clock in the morning in fucking DC, as a little ass kid. I didn't even go up there with my dad. I had a pen around my neck from trying to get autographs at a Mariners game from Keith Comstock. Keith Comstock was fucking cool.
Yeah, he was.
And he signed my autograph. He went back in, and he was going back in the dugout. And I go, Keith, right? And he goes, turns around, he looks at me, all, can you bring Griffey out? And he was like, I don't think he's signing today. I swear to God, I swear on everything. That's what I said to him. Can you bring Griffey out? And he's like, he's not signing today. And so
I'll take yours instead.
Yeah, right. No, I already had his. That's why. Yeah. No, he was cool about it. He signed the cover of the program. But I had like Griffey's cards. Oh, was it May? I mean, big surprise. I was a big Griffey fan. Like I had Griffey and Bo were my dudes, man. I had like 200 Griffey cards and like 200 Bo cards, including was the term broder still used? Do you guys remember that term?
Yeah, broder were the fake cards, basically.
Yeah, the fake cards.
Yeah.
I would buy all the fake cards, like at the shows in Northern California. Like my grandpa would take me shows in San Francisco, like at the Cow Palace and stuff like that. And like I'd buy them. I thought they were cool. They're like cheap. They're just fake cards.
Like the Jordan, and it was like the first time they had a lot of Jordan in the White Sox uniform.
Oh yeah, totally. You know,
Frank Thomas,
stolen base record, fucking Nolan Ryan, 7 no-hitters, like all the shit top sells like daily emails now.
You remember
hey guys, I gotta jump off. I gotta take my dad to physical therapy in the morning early, so I will talk to y'all later. See you boys.
Man. That was fun, man.
Yeah, dude, that's those cards got a lot of people. They got me when I was young too, because there was a badass Jordan in his Olympic uniform, and it was the Jordan Olympic card, 1984 Olympics, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. Fake.
Yeah. Dude, there was so many. Dude, I love the broders though. Like I had a bunch, like and I didn't buy them all. Like I definitely had some of the players I liked more, like Ricky So I like the Ricky Anderson had some cool ones, but but the Bows and the Griffies, I was just on a mission to get all of them that anybody made. And it's not like fucking shit, like fucking store variants. Like they were like $1.
Yeah, they were cheap.
They were $50 with a Virgin cover with no fucking team logo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But that was fun. Yeah, so broders, dude. I just remember calling everything a broder, man.
You're a broder. Where that came from? That's a good question.
I have no idea. I just remember when I was a kid, they were called broders, dude. 30 years ago.
Yeah. That's what everybody knew it as that.
Yeah, that's good. So is that so people still? I mean, I don't think
they sell it anymore.
They don't bother to do it anymore. They actually reprint the real cards.
There's so many people that make cards on. You can go to eBay and find, like, type in Billy Ripken fuckface, and there's people that are copying that card, like the border of the '89 Fleer, and they would put any player that's in that same position, and they'd sell it as that, and it would. There's people are buying them. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, people spend $5 on anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All good stuff. So what are you guys thinking? Any other hot topics?
I don't got anything really.
I'm good. Thanks for joining us, Bryan. We
I'm always down, brother. Unless if I'm not toad hunting, I'm down.
All right, man. Yeah. You're welcome. All the same topics. I still have to show you my GPK shit from the garage.
Oh yeah, bro. I was actually just looking those up on eBay.
Some GPK stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so scared because I know I'll just start spending real money.
Dude,
because I can't. No way I'll ever sell them.
I'm getting into, dude. I tell you what, this is, and you've caught a little bit of it, but this right here is a dangerous hobby, man.
The cards. Oh yeah, dude.
Break and wax. Not cards, break and wax. Cards is a great hobby if you stay away from break and wax.
Yeah. Every time you break wax, you're expecting to lose money.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while you hit that big one, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. It's gambling.
It's all gambling, dude.
And it's as dumb as it sounds, like I knew it was gambling, like the one I broke on here. Like, and I was like, you know what? Love football. I'm gonna see how this pans out. Like, I hope to make up, half my money, maybe get a couple things I can keep. And so far, that's about almost where I'm at. And then like the other shit's just up there on eBay. If people want to buy it, that's fine. If they don't, and I was like, I can deal with 60 cards. And going back into cards, I can not do it the way that I jumped back into comics and buy everything I liked that was $1. You know what I mean? Then you end up with closets full of shit that might be worth $4, but you don't have the time to fucking sell, and you don't know when someone's gonna buy it. But you know what I mean? There's just way, So I didn't go. I know it cost a few dollars. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, and it's also been a learning experience, learning about all the different levels of autographs and numbered shit and parallels
and the different
valuable what I've learned by doing, just jumping the fuck in,
Yeah. And it's hard to tell because you don't know what's the people like out of each company, like the specific. Panini makes so many different types, Topps makes so many different types of baseball, and there's like a hierarchy, so you got to kind of figure out which ones are the most collectible, or what do you think the brand is going to be down the road that people are going to want to flock to.
So that's a good point. And I'll tell you, I think, I don't really have an opinion, the brands that have been here a long time, I assume will still be around. You know what I mean? I don't think Topps going anywhere, things like that. But like, all I got to say is every time, I don't know, it's because I bought the cards, I can't click on anything on YouTube or anywhere else without a fucking Panini ad. Like I can't, it happens from, I understand that it's targeted marketing and all that bullshit, but I'm like, holy fuck, they pay for their shit, dude, because everything I click on has Panini on the side. It'd be like random comic stuff, shoes, stuff, blue tape, things that I buy,
Blue tape. Blue tape's advertising on your shit.
Dude. Hey, I've been telling everybody with comics to ship their shit with blue tape, dude. I don't think I've ever pressed for anybody that never listened to podcasts that didn't use blue tape shipping.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's all I use. I use that on everything, man.
It's the best, dude. I tape my cards with blue tape. Dude, I got
holy shit.
I can reach blue tape. I know I moved an entire apartment into an office, so I can reach anything, but whatever. My clothes aren't here. Is what it is. All right, guys. Well, thanks, Bryan, for coming. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No problem. I appreciate it, guys.
Fucking fun. Hope everybody liked our my CGC books, and
yeah, you guys have a good night, man. We'll see you guys.